Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Wilhelm Scream, and welcome back to another day in Destiny 2 for some more Destiny 2 news and Witch Queen Season of the Seraph intel. And we have a new week, and with it, a new Grandmaster Nightfall. This week is Birthplace of the Vile, the longest name in the current Grandmaster rotation, as well as one of the longer strikes. And I have to be honest, this one has always given me trouble. If you can complete this on the Grandmaster difficulty, you will earn yourself the Adept version of the Hung Jury Scout Rifle, and of course you can acquire that weapon on any difficulty if that's something you want to farm out, just not the Adept version. Some of the glitches that I'm going to be talking about today are a little bit generic and may have been patched in certain specific scenarios. I'm talking about solo players. But some of them you could possibly use in any Grandmaster Nightfall. I just haven't really felt the need to mention them up until this point. And then, of course, I have a boss cheese or glitch. It's actually an out-of-bounds glitch, though it's not the best out-of-bounds glitch to share with you guys at the end. And I'm going to take you through every little bit of this strike and the best ways to get through it if you're trying to farm this out to complete your Conqueror Seal or Guild it, or maybe you're just going after an Adept version of the Hung Jury. I actually am not really looking forward to farming the Hung Jury. It's not a weapon that I particularly want in my mind. I don't really know what role I would really want to get, but if you do, and there's one that you're actually farming for this week, let me know about it in the comments section down below. And of course, if you are watching this video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel and turn on the bell, the post notification right next to the subscribe button so you never miss out on any future Destiny 2 content like this. You can also follow me on Instagram or Twitter. They'll be linked in the description box down below. And remember, any of those things I just mentioned also enter you into any future giveaways on this YouTube channel. And I do one every 1,000 subscribers, so you never want to miss out. And of course, we're getting close to Lightfall, so it's going to be a Lightfall giveaway. And if you stick around till the end of the video, I'll have a secret hashtag you can leave in the comments section to be entered into the next giveaway a second time for this video. And remember, those secret hashtags stack between all videos. So if you haven't done this on a previous piece of content on this channel, you can always go back, check out another video, and of course, do it again. Now, one thing that I did want to start off mentioning, I'm not totally sure if this has been patched or it's just been patched in a specific area for solo players, but if you haven't heard of what I would call the disconnect glitch, or not really a joining allies glitch, though it kind of works that same way, or the self-revive glitch, essentially what you could do is, because there was such a frequency of people getting dropped from high-end endgame activities like Grandmaster Nightfalls and ruining a run, possibly ruining somebody getting their Conqueror Seal, Bungie actually added a feature where if you get dropped for any reason, disconnect, you can actually rejoin in on the activity that you were in so long as it's still, I think, running, meaning as long as the game doesn't crash. So what you could do is if you ran out of revives or you were in a particularly precarious situation and maybe you had one teammate left alive and you didn't have the opportunity for them to get the revive, you could essentially go to your home screen, whatever that is, regardless of console or platform, PC or console, though it did work a little bit differently as far as home screens are concerned, and just quit out of the game right then. Just go to your home screen and quit. Then re-sign into the game, and it would actually bring you back to the section that you were in when you actually quit out. And you could self-revive, and it wouldn't count towards your revives. Now, I tried to do this the other day, and I don't know if it was just where we were or the scenario, or maybe they changed this to you can be brought back in, but somebody has to revive you. I'm not totally sure. But in any case, it's something to know, but it didn't really work the other day, though I had it work up until, a few weeks ago. So it's definitely worth a try if you get into a really difficult situation, though I wouldn't depend upon it. And of course, I don't think it's going to work for solo players, as I tried that earlier, and it definitely didn't work for solo players. So I don't really know how that feature is working now. Maybe there's some way Bungie knows if the game got quit out or if you actually got disconnected. But in any case, the other thing that I wanted to talk about was the portals behind the champions in this particular strike. Now, there's many times where you're going to be in these sort of midway points in the boss fight, between different waves of enemies, and you have to go to these platforms. It's this big red room. It's hard to not distinguish it from everything else. And there's going to be a champion that you have to defeat at the very end, which opens a portal that you then go through. There is a glitch where all you need to do is actually damage the champion in order to open the portal. Now, the portal won't appear, but it's actually there. So if you are a solo player, and maybe you're using a lot of invis, if you just damage the champion, the portal is open. You just have to find it. It's going to be right where it would be when it appears. It's just, not showing itself. And now here's the actual boss room out of bounds glitch. Now, like I said, this is not as good as ones that I've shown previously, specifically the one last week, which was awesome. If you didn't see the one for Scarlet Keep and that's something you're trying to finish, go check that out because it's absolutely great. It's essentially the old fence glitch 2.0. But this one is kind of similar, definitely done at the beginning of the boss encounter. Now, the thing about this particular glitch is, though it looks good, I mean, I'm out of bounds, the boss can't hit me, I can shoot at the boss. What's bad about this? Two things. One, it's very difficult to do on anything other than a warlock, simply because heat rising is kind of the thing that will carry you over the invisible barrier that blocks you in this one particular section behind this altar. The other thing is that it does not stop you from getting teleported in between the different phases of the boss. So once you get through a damage phase and you get teleported, doesn't matter that you're out of bounds here, you're going to get teleported. So it really is only effective, I think, at the beginning of the encounter, unless you get really good at this jump, in which case you can just get there again after every single damage phase. But that's kind of difficult, even for really skillful jumpers. I think in a Grandmaster, it's just going to be so hard because there's going to be so many enemies firing at you, even at the beginning, unless you're really quick. But again, it's something to know, and who knows? This might be the thing that saves you from wiping and maybe be the thing that just gets you a little bit over the top on trying to acquire your Conqueror or your Adept weapon for the week. Now, of course, these clips are from a previous season, so the weapons meta in this case, pay no attention to. This was, I think, well, Void I think is still going to be relevant, but I can't remember the champions. I think champions were completely different. Like I said, this is from a different season. I also wasn't using, I would say, the best super in this particular case for this encounter. I was just sort of using it in this particular clip just to demonstrate where to go, as a lot of this stuff is really up to you to figure out how to best utilize it. I'm just here to show it to you. Now, in the final room, there are a couple of other little places sort of on the edges that you can kind of hide out in between or during a damage phase if you're the person in this room, as I would never send all three people over that wall, the invisible wall. You're not going to be able to anyway, unless you have three warlocks. You could give it a try. But there are these little spots on the corners where, depending on where the boss is, you can hide out. I actually like this one over here on the left side. There's good cover between the box to your right, this box to your left, and then the wall kind of creviced with that other, I guess you would call it, like chest-like thing to the right. It's just a good little area to hunker down, especially if you have some healing. For these areas, I always just go to the right because there's platforms on the far right and far left side. I never really like to go down the middle. And that is going to be it for all the information in today's video. Hopefully you found something in this video helpful. Hopefully you can get yourself your Conqueror seal or gild it or get your hands on the Adept roll for the Hung Jury Scout Rifle that you want, that one that you've just been lusting after. And maybe you can tell me about it because I can't think of one. Please remember, as I said earlier, to like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Turn on the bell to post notifications so you never miss out on any future Destiny 2 content. Follow me on Instagram or Twitter, they're linked in the description box down below. Remember, those enter you into any future giveaways. And of course, if you've made it to this far, please leave a hashtag birthplace of the vial or a hashtag season of the Seraph or a hashtag Lightfall in the comments section down below for another entry into the next giveaway for this video. And of course, thanks so much for watching once more. Big shout out to my buddy Sinister for, I think, helping me get these clips. Green Mason, I think, was also in here helping me at the time. Like I said, this was a little while ago. And of course, I am Wilhelm Scream once more. Of course, we will see you next time.